So this video is going to offer a couple pointers on how to do figure 3-0. So I'm not saying that this is the exact drawing. I'm just going to kind of do something that looks similar to this drawing. So you can see I've got everything already drawn out in dimensions. I'm going to show you guys how to add some angular dimensions in case any of you are having difficulty with that. So if I want to add an angular dimension that goes between this line and this line, hopefully it would make sense that I would go and select dimension, or right-click in dimension, and then I'm going to select the two lines that I want to add that dimension between. So I'm going to change this, say to 60. Now for this line right here, I need to make sure that I have this angle measurement as well. So I can select, I'm actually going to delete this dimension so you guys can kind of see it working the way it's supposed to. So I'm going to go ahead and add a general dimension. Do not add a line right here. So you guys may have done that in AutoCAD just to get that dimension, but we can't have random lines and then be able to extrude. So we need to just select this line, and then just pull this dimension out. So let's change this to 35. And I'm not saying that this is the steps that you need to follow in order to do this drawing. I'm just again showing you how to be able to work some of the features. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Finish Sketch, home, so that way I can zoom out a little bit. Now I'm going to be able to extrude. So let's extrude this just 1 inch. So whatever you need to extrude yours, just look at the drawing and figure out how far to extrude it. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and do one more thing. And I do want to point out before I do that though, had you drawn a circle when you were in this sketch, so you're not going to be able to go back and do that now, but had you have drawn a circle when you're in this sketch, then when you extruded that, you would have had a hole going through the entire drawing. If you didn't, not a big deal, just hit Start 2D Sketch, click the front view, draw a circle, and extrude as a cut. You guys know how to do that by now. But I'm going to go and move on to the next part that some of you guys might be having difficulty with. So you know how to do a circular cut. What about a rectangular cut? What's different about that? And the answer is absolutely nothing. So I'm going to do Start 2D Sketch, and I'm going to select this right here. And I'm going to go ahead and move this over my screen so I can still see a little bit better. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use something called a two-point rectangle. So I can either select two-point rectangle here or have selected it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click one point. And it doesn't really matter where, but I do want this rectangle to at least stop at this edge right here. And now I just need the dimension. So let's say I need this dimension to be 0.2. And you guys need to look and see what that dimension should be for your drawing. Do the same thing here and figure out what this dimension should be. So I'm going to make mine 0.2 as well, and then here as well. So once you have that done, if you need to mention anything else in order to make your rectangle what it should be, you can do that. Hit Finish Sketch. Then you need to go ahead and extrude this, and we're going to cut it. So I'm going to click on Extrude and change this now to Cut. And I need to figure out how far I want this to extrude. So I know that my height is 1.5, so you need to figure out whatever the height is for your drawing and figure out the distance that you need to have right here. So if it says that my entire drawing is 1.5 and that the distance right here should be 0.5, then I'm just going to have my extrusion go down an inch. And that way now, again, I got the overall height is 1.5, and from here down, it's going to be 0.5. Whatever your math is, or whatever the dimensions are for your drawing, you can figure that out. Just do some simple math. Once you have that done, you can go ahead and put it on a sheet. I'm going to explain what some students did, and this worked very well. Some students drew this feature and extruded back whatever distance, and then they created this back piece, and then they would create the other side, and they created the bottom. You can do either way. This is obviously going to be a lot faster. You can actually get this done in 2 extrusions. You could even, if you've already done extrusion 1, extrusion 2, and still haven't added the hole, you could add that now. But hopefully this was helpful, and hopefully you'll be able to do the next couple drawings without any problems now that you've seen a couple more features of Inventor.